The amount of epic guitar riffs across the Taproot discography is absolutely staggering. How much of a challenge was it to learn that intense of a guitar discography? And how do you tackle that? Do you start by saying these are the, I don't know, 12 most played songs live for the band and start there so you know at least I'm ready to play live and then start adding on more songs? How do you tackle 7+ albums of the wildest guitar riffs I've ever heard?
Um, Honestly, man, like when I started learning these songs, it was easy because I am so entrenched in Taproot. I feel like I've got Taproot in my veins, man. Like they were one of the six, seven bands that was always and still is in constant rotation. And hey baby. When I started learning them, it was like I had been playing them my entire life. Like the riffs felt so familiar, they felt comfortable. And I mean, I didn't get all the songs 100% right off the bat because I didn't get stems. I didn't have isolated guitar tracks. Those are long gone. Um, and because I'm sure the label owns them or whatever the hell. But they felt so familiar, and they gave me about 25 songs to dive into. And then any questions I had, I would call Phil, I would call Steve. And then when we finally got in a room together, like they were watching me and they're like, oh, hold on, move your hand right there. And like, just ever so slight adjustments, but like, basically what I would start doing, I would figure out, you know, where these songs were at. I would get a base idea of them, and then I would start watching old school live videos. Where's Mike's hands at? Where's Steve hands at? And then I would start going based off of that, and then I would just get with Steve, and since he wrote the songs and he did all the guitar parts, like he was able to help me figure out little missing pieces, and then once I figured, like, Steve is a creature of habit to a degree. Like, he's got a couple chord shapes that once I figured those out, I was like, oh, I know what to
It's
do
like someone
now.
gave you the little legend at like the bottom of a map and you're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, now I
Yep.
got it."
100%, man. And like, once started recognizing Steve's patterns, that allowed me to dive in so much easier. And, like Steve is very concise with, um, helping me understand certain parts. So, you know, I would say like it wasn't really that difficult, man, because I love these songs. I love this band. And again, when I started playing and learning them, it felt like I had been doing it forever. And what's so cool about because I had to buy baritones, and since I'm an artist with Gibson, they don't make baritones anymore. So I had to source them and find them from all over. And the main one that I play generally, which now I'm kind of replacing that with the Gibson Victory that Trent, my rep, just sent me, which thank you, Trent. I love that guitar so much.
Shout out to
Um,
Trent.
but what was so cool about the white baritone SG that I first got, in the middle of the serial number is 313, and that's Detroit area code.
That's pretty cool. It seems
I
like
mean,
it's
even
meant
though
to
they're
be.
they're Ann Arbor, it's still like I moved to Detroit to pursue music. I landed in Taproot because I came to Detroit, and for that first guitar to have 313 in the serial number, like that's not a coincidence. It can't be. It can't be.
That
You
reminds
know?
me that reminds me of 8 Mile where he says something like in the 313.
Yes,
That's in
sir.
his rap battles. He drops the
Eminem country
313.
baby. And that's the other thing too, man. Like now that I'm painting Dave's house, like starting to paint Rockstar homes, I'm looking at painting Kyle from Sponge's house next. It's like, dude, where's Eminem coming to play? Like,
You
call me
need
when you're
you
ready,
need
dog.
the Motown Boys, the White Stripes,
Yes.
Eminem,
I
Kid
need Jack
Rock.
White's house. Like, come
Yeah.
on. Then I could do Grizz's house, like EDM. Like I love EDM
Yeah.
too. So like I'm, my business is aptly named, so I provide rock star service to the rock stars.